Good Thanksgiving Eve, everybody on the internet. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett here in the King 5 newsroom, and here is your first alert forecast. First of all, I got some good news for you. It looks like overnight tonight, throughout the entire day on Thursday, we're looking good all the way across the region. We do have a new storm system coming in on Friday. Got a couple more behind it this weekend, and then next week it looks like we're going to go into winter mode. We're tracking the possibility of some low-level snow. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but let's start off with a cliche, because what would Thanksgiving be if your local weather forecaster didn't throw up a silly graphic? There it is. The wobbly turkey telling you that temperatures will be warm in the mid-50s. So if you want to get out in the afternoon and, well, literally do anything, you should be fine there. Light breeze coming in from the south about 5 to 10 miles an hour, and that sunset at 4:24. So here's what to expect. I think the cat's out of the bag here. Dry and mild through Thanksgiving. New system pushes through on Friday. We'll track a couple more this weekend, and then next week it looks like snow levels are going to drop way low. We're talking possibly close to sea level, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Now, if you are traveling, Snoqualmie Pass conditions are considerably better than they were this time last night. In fact, all of the rain and snow has wrapped up there. Freezing levels way up around 10,000 feet tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, so sunny and mild. Now, on Friday, we are tracking a system that'll move through that could have some implications for past travelers. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. If you are heading to Pullman for the Apple Cup, bring your A game. It's going to be cold. We're talking about temperatures that'll be in the upper 30s at kickoff, warming to a balmy 42 by the time we get to the end of the game there. That's at 7:30 on Saturday night. Southwesterly winds will pick up to about 15 miles an hour as well, so yeah, it's going to be chilly. Seahawks are in town this weekend. They're hosting the Raiders. Kickoff is at 1:05. The good news is temperatures won't vary much. The bad news is they will be chilly. They start off around 42 degrees, they get down to about 41, and the wind will come in from the south-southwest, so it's going to be a bit of a classic there as well. Live look from SeaTac on this Wednesday evening, where there's a lot of traffic and a lot of people heading a lot of places. But take a look at this. It's one of the first Thanksgivings that I can remember that we're not tracking wild storms, even across the East Coast. Things looking fairly clear there. So if you do have some plans off towards the East Coast, you're looking good. The one area that I am keeping an eye on, though, is down towards the south in Dallas. A frontal boundary will push down there with some cool temperatures and possibly some inclement weather. So I know Dallas is a big hub, but otherwise Atlanta, Miami, and off towards the east, especially towards Charlotte, everything's looking fine there. If you are thinking about friends and loved ones across the region tomorrow, well, it's going to be chilly in a lot of spots. Take a look at that. High temperature tomorrow will be 44 in Albuquerque. If you go a couple hours to the south down towards El Paso, 86, and if you like it really warm, 85 in Miami, 81 tomorrow in Tampa. Closer to home, here's what we got going on. If you take a look at the GOES 17 satellite, you see that kind of clockwise motion over top of the Pacific Northwest. That'll be that little ridge that gives us a break, and then you're seeing lots of moisture behind it. In fact, it's going to open the door to some cold and possibly inclement weather this weekend into next week. So let's put that into motion as we put Futurecast in play here. Again, everything's going to be fine throughout the entire day tomorrow. This is 5 p.m., so as I mentioned earlier, if you want to get out and just kind of take a walk and work off some of that tryptophan, you're more than welcome to do that. Now, Friday at 4 a.m., we start to see some of those showers pushing in along the coast there, especially towards the Olympic Peninsula and up towards Whatcom County. Fast forward to about 10 a.m., and I am expecting snow to fly up in Stevens Pass and in Snoqualmie Pass, and I'm expecting some steady rain down towards King, Snohomish, and off towards the southwest interior. Now, just like the last couple of systems, this one is going to rip through, but right around midday, this is 1 o'clock on Friday, I'm not expecting big accumulations in the passes, but I do expect things to be kind of intense for a short period of time there from about 10 a.m. until about 3 p.m. and then we'll see that system push through. Looks like we will see some convergence and some orographic snow that'll last through there, so flurries will continue to fly Friday night into Saturday. Saturday morning, things start off quiet, and then another system pushes in on Saturday night. Overnight lows will be fairly mild tonight. Cloud cover will keep things above the freezing mark for virtually everybody. We'll see some upper 30s down towards Olympia and Chehalis. We'll see some mid-40s in Mount Vernon and some mid-40s off along the coast. And then Thanksgiving Day is something to be thankful for. Take a look at this. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s all the way across the region, unless of course you happen to be off towards the east, where the high will be 30 in Winthrop tomorrow. Take a look at this. Freezing levels go way up to 10,000 feet on Thanksgiving Day, and then they take a nosedive on Friday. And next week, yeah, you're seeing that right. We're talking snow levels that'll be in the hundreds. So we are going to keep a close eye on that and fine-tune that as it gets closer, but we could be tracking some low-level snow early next week. In the meantime, be thankful, be grateful. It's going to be a very pleasant Thanksgiving Day out there. Travel safe, have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and keep looking up. In the King 5 newsroom, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. Have a great night.